At the end of the second or beginning of the third century, Tertullian asked the question, what has Athens to do with Jerusalem? This would go on to become one of the most famous questions concerning the relationship of philosophy and theology. Athens, which stands for philosophy, Jerusalem, which stands for theology, what have they got to do with each other? In many ways, the answer to this question was given to us biblically in the book of Acts, when St. Paul goes to the Mars Hill and preaches the gospel to the philosophers gathered there. This is a powerful image, and so powerful is it that this figure Dionysius, whom we're told in Acts converted because of Paul's preaching, becomes a major figure of legend, and a body of works are attributed to him, which are given a great deal of authority because there is this sense that he marries the best of both worlds, the best of Greek philosophy and the best of Christian theology. But we already saw that marriage in the person of the Apostle Paul, who knows not only Greek philosophy but also Greek literature and brings that to bear in his conversation with the philosophers that day in Athens. And so the answer to Tertullian's question is that what Jerusalem has to do with Athens is Jerusalem can come to Athens and can explain to it the mysteries that Athens has been looking into and seeking to find the answers for. Jerusalem delivers the fulfillment of the longing that grabs hold of the Athenian heart. I think that can be a good model for understanding the relationship between theology and philosophy, even in our day today. Philosophy's role as a discipline is to come up with questions. It asks us important questions like, why is there something rather than nothing? What types of things are there? What is the nature of the good life? What does it mean to be good? What is the nature of the beautiful? But philosophy is ill suited to answer these questions precisely because philosophy is a discipline that is characterized by human reflection and striving after other things. But philosophy's questions, which come from the very heart of what it means to be human, drive beyond the boundaries of our experience in the world. Philosophy pushes us to ask questions not only about the things that we've seen and what the causes might be for those things that we've seen, but also about what else might be possible and what types of causes that we haven't even imagined might be at play in the things that we do see. To answer those types of questions, you would need information that comes from beyond the realm of human experience. In short, what you would need is revelation. And that's what theology offers. So theology is well positioned to provide answers to the types of questions that philosophy asks. In my own work as a philosophical theologian, I have found a great deal of not only usefulness, but just quite simply joy in bringing these two modes of thinking together. It in some way completes me. Philosophy helps me to express the longings and the curiosity that are inborn in my heart as a human and made in the image of God and in the image of the rational word. But theology is the discipline that allows me to actually bring those wandering thoughts to rest, to fix them on something that can actually provide meaningful satisfaction for that urge, so that it doesn't have to be a ceaseless longing, but is a longing that is pointed at the proper horizon and the proper destiny, not only of human thought but of the human creature itself. So what I want to do in the next school year is I want to take a group of high school students and I want to work through some of these things together. I'd like to ask them the fundamental questions of philosophy, help them understand why those questions feel urgent to philosophers and what the nuances of those questions are, and then connect those questions up to the parts of Christian theology that are offered as answers to those questions. The result will be the ability to look at the world in a richly theological way, because we would be developing the skill of interpreting what we're encountering as humans in the world, observing what's going on around us in ways that are explicitly controlled by what's been revealed through the Christian revelation. But also, it's going to develop in them the skills of a good apologist, which is the skill to, on the one hand, listen with charity and insight to the questions of those who do not believe, and also to be able to identify what those questions are really about and what aspects of Christian theology are actually meant to be responses to that longing that underlies that question. When we have believers who are able to not only richly diagnose what's going on in the hearts of our interlocutors, but also to bring to bear the divinely prescribed medicine for that hurt, then we will have believers that are really equipped to go out and make powerful difference and be powerful voices of change in the world today. So that's what we're going to be developing in the high school students in the course, learning to see the world theologically. I hope that you'll consider sending your student along to join us.